Yo, what's up guys? This is Gangsta Jabs, and I'm going to be doing a pro mechs tier list. I had 50 Mech Arena pros rank every mech in the game from D tier to S tier. Shout out to these Mech Arena pros, they are some really skilled players. And I used this data to rank every mech in the game from worst to best. The rules are simple. Every response that's in the D tier gets 1 point, C tier 2 points, B tier 3 points, A tier 4 points, and S tier 5 points. And I averaged all these responses to give each mech a score. If the score of the mech is between 1 and 1.5, the mech goes in the D tier. Between 1.5 and 2.5, the mech is in the C tier. Between 2.5 and 3.5, the mech is in the B tier. Between 3.5 and 4.5, the mech is in the A tier. And between 4.5 and 5, the mech is in the S tier. Ooh, damn, I'm obsessed with this background. Anyways, in 20th place was Arachnos. He had 1.16 points, which makes him in the D tier. Most of the players agree that he's a D tier mech. Definitely the worst mech in the game. Next, in 19th place is MD with 1.84 points. This makes him in the C tier. He can be useful for the shield if you have an Aegis on the team because he can heal the whole team up. But other than that, he's not too useful. Next, in 18th place is Cheetah with 1.9 points. This makes him in the C tier as well. The mines deal a ton of damage, but most skilled players will see the mines and go around the mines. Next, in 17th place is Redox with 2.3 points. This makes him in the C tier as well. He's just too slow and the caustic blast doesn't deal enough damage. Next, in 16th place is Brickhouse with 2.48 points. This makes him in the C tier, but he was super close from going into the B tier. He was just 1 vote away from going into the B tier. But he's just not a great mech. Stalker is so much better than him. Next, in 15th place is Paragon with 2.76 points. This makes him in the B tier. Paragon can definitely be viable with EMs. Paragon with EMs is a deadly build, and it's really nice since you could put Dis 16s on your Panther. But besides the EM 16s, he's a pretty bad mech. His ability doesn't do too much, and his stats aren't too great. Next, in 14th place is Juggernaut with 2.8 points, and this makes him in the B tier. Juggernaut is okay with disc launchers, but he gets absolutely wrecked by mortars, so it's super tough to use him. Next, in 13th place is Lancer with 2.96 points. This makes him in the B tier. Lancer's a high skill cap mech and he can be pretty effective with EMs. I've seen players that are skilled with Lancer and they're super hard to deal with. Next, in 12th place is Ares with 3.08 points. This makes him in the B tier. He used to be a super strong mech with disc launchers, but mechs like Stalker and Orion have heavily overshadowed him. Next, in 11th place is Shadow with 3.28 points. This makes him in the B tier. Shadow is a decent mech with shotguns and EMs, but it's tough to use him since disc launchers completely destroy him. Next, in 10th place is Aegis with 3.3 points. This makes him in the B tier. I was surprised he was ranked this low. Aegis is the highest skill cap mech in the game, so if you're bad with him, he's gonna be a horrible mech for you. But if you're skilled with Aegis, he can completely change the game. Aegis is the ultimate meta counter. He counters weapons like EMs and mortars and mechs like Stalker and Orion. Next, in 9th place is Zephyr with 3.36 points. This makes him in the B tier. He's an okay mech on his own, but with the pulse range implant, he's definitely an S tier mech. Next, in 8th place is Redeemer with 3.92 points. This makes him the first mech in the A tier. Redeemer's a super high skill cap mech like Aegis, so if you're not skilled with Redeemer, you're gonna struggle with him. But if you're skilled with Redeemer, he's gonna be an OP mech for you. He counters Surge and he's incredibly hard to kill if you use his ability right. Next, in 6th place is Killshot with 4.04 points. This makes him in the A tier. A few months ago, Killshot would be 1st place, but now he's 7th place. This is because after Surge got buffed, he completely overshadowed Killshot. But Killshot is still a strong mech with mortars and EMs. Next, in 6th place is Guardian with 4.08 points. This makes him an A tier. He was barely ranked above Killshot. Guardian is a solid A tier mech with disc launchers and railguns. But if you have the system crash range implant, he's definitely an S tier mech. but you have to be good at avoiding mortars, or else you're gonna get completely destroyed. Now we're going into the top 5. What will be the order of the top 5 mechs? Next in 5th place is Orion with 4.26 points. This makes him an A tier. Orion is also a high skill cap mech. If you're skilled with him, he can be an incredibly strong support mech. He's strong with disc launchers and EM rifles. Next in 4th place is Tengu with 4.42 points. He was incredibly close to the S tier, but he was placed in the A tier. Although majority of the players placed him in the S tier, he was ranked in the A tier because people ranked him low, which hurt his average a lot. Tengu with shotguns is a super strong build that almost every top player is using. If you use the jump right, you can dodge mortars and EMs, which is crazy. Next in 3rd place is Panther with 4.8 points. He's the first mech in the S tier. I was shocked when I saw him in 3rd place. I thought he would be 1st place for sure. Panther with EMs is the best build in the game right now, but it wasn't enough to put him in 1st place. Next in 2nd place is Surge with 4.88 points. This makes him in the S tier. Surge with arc turrets is one of the best builds in the game. It dominates CPC and it's the ultimate aggressive build. And lastly, in 1st place is Stalker with 4.92 points. He barely beat Surge for 1st place. When I first saw that Stalker finished in 1st place, I was shocked that Stalker was ranked above Panther and Surge. But now that I think about it, it makes sense. Stalker is one of the most versatile mechs in the game. You can run almost anything on him and it'll be super strong. In general, across every game mode, I think he's the best mech for mortars and disc launchers. And here's the final tier list. I would definitely recommend investing in the S tier mechs. They are a must have in your hangar and I would focus on maxing them as soon as possible. And investing in the A tier mechs is also a good idea. They're all viable in their own way. This was a super fun video to make. I definitely want to do this again. I'm going to do this with implants next, so stay tuned. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe and see you guys.